Hey guys, it's Sam. Welcome back to another video. Today's video is a highly anticipated What Sold July Part 1. This month I'm doing 2 separate videos because I've sold so many items. I'd rather just post 2 instead of having one huge long one. If you saw my $25 box video, I got a ton of coats. A lot of the things I've been selling this month are a lot of those coats. I've been letting them go decently cheap because I'm going back to school very, very soon and I don't want to lug huge, heavy winter coats to my apartment where I have no room to store them. So a lot of the things you're going to be seeing in this part is all the coats I've been selling. Yes, I've been selling them cheap, very low profits. I know I could have got more for them. I know if I would have sat on them and waited, especially to the fall, I would have gotten a lot more for them. I paid 74 cents for them, so I was okay letting them go pretty cheap, and I needed them out of the house. So if you haven't seen that video, up in this corner, it'll be somewhere up there. Let's just get into it. So I'm going to start off by saying the things I've sold to my friends. I deleted them off Mercari without screen grabbing them, not realizing I probably needed them. So I don't have pictures of the items. I'll gladly describe them to you. Okay, so my friend Rachel, she bought $20 worth of stuff. She bought an Adidas crew neck, Nike crop leggings, and a pair of Calvin Klein jean shorts. So $20 there. And then her sister Dana bought a few Tommy things of mine, which ended up being $13. Some of which I was sitting on for a while, so I just kind of threw it in there. And then my friend Lizzie bought an Indians jersey for $7 that I got for like 4 or 5 at Thrift. So that's all without fees, anything like that. So with the stuff my friends bought was $40, so shout out to my friends. So we'll start there. Now actually getting into the month of July. I sold this Patagonia long sleeve. I sold this women's Patagonia long sleeve for $15. After fees I made $13.50. Then I sold a bundle to this girl. She messaged me on Mercari and was like, can you bundle these? I was like, heck yeah girl. I'll give you a nice discount just because I want to get rid of the shirts. So she bought a Kiss t-shirt here. And then she also bundled it with this Taco Bell t-shirt here, which... Fun fact, Liza Koshy's wearing this Taco Bell taco shirt in a David Dobrik vlog. I saw that recently. So I sold that bundle for $14 and I made $12.60. Then I sold this Ducat for $13 and I made $11.70 off of it. But I did pay shipping. But when I pay shipping on smaller items, I don't use the Mercari label because the Mercari label is more expensive and more fees get taken out that way. I shipped myself. If you're on Mercari and you're choosing shipping, if you press you shipping and then there's more options, you could press the I'll ship yourself. All you have to do from there is add the tracking information after you take your item to the post office. Package your item like you're going to put a label on it. Just hand write out like a label. Like cut out a little piece of paper and just hand write like the address. Take it to the post office. They'll type in the zip code and how heavy it is, and they'll charge you. I think the hat was like $3.50, and Mercari's usual shipping label is $4.25, so I saved money there. Then I sold this Cleveland Cavs long sleeve for $7, and I made $6.30. Then I sold these Nike Pro leggings for $12 and made $10.80 on them, just basic leggings, like nothing much else I can say. Then I bundled these 2 Adidas t-shirts for $16, and I made $14.40. I gave her a good deal because she wanted them both, and I was like, I don't need them both. The one Adidas shirt I paid $1 for. And the other one I paid like $5 for, so I still made a decent profit on it. She turned around and sold the one Adidas shirt back on her Mercari for like $20 and sold it for $20. So I was shook. So that happened with that. It's always a fun time in Mercari. Then I sold this Billabong long sleeve for $5, which now, if you're on Mercari, is now the lowest you could have. Before the lowest price you could set was $3, but now it is $5. So when you sell something for $5, you make $4.50. I just took an offer on it because I had it sitting a while. Then I sold my mom's Adidas flip-flops for her. They got a lot of attention, but even though I was promoting the item, no one was buying them. So then I changed it to free shipping, and someone bought it almost instantly. I had them listed for $12 free shipping, so after that I got $6.55. Then I sold this Nike t-shirt. After I bought it, I regretted it. I'm like, this is dumb. No one's going to buy this Nike shirt. It actually ended up selling pretty quick. I only sold it for $9. I took an offer on it because I was worried it was going to sit. I made $8.10 after that, made my money back. You'll learn that I don't care about huge profits. As long as I make my money back, I'm pretty okay with it. I don't mind sitting on items for a while, but when it comes to the point that it's been like over a month, I'm kind of like, eh. All my items I have, like I usually price them low enough that like if they're sitting after a month, I'm like, I'm doing something wrong or it's just not the item. And especially with me going back to school, we saw the storage video. We saw it. I have so much crap I need to get rid of. I'm just letting it go. Next is this Under Armour polo. My mom bought like 4 or 5 Under Armour polos that were like new on half off day for like $4. I think it was the 4th of July she bought them for half off. Ended up giving them to me and I listed them. I listed the first one for like $15 and someone offered me $11 like instantly. Like I wish I was kidding, like almost instantly someone offered me $11. I was like, sure, I'll take it. I made $9.90 off this polo. After everyone saw that I sold one polo for $11, they were like, okay, let's offer her $11 for every polo. Some sat for longer than others. Then I sold a pair of Lululemon leggings. that I got at Goodwill for I think $4 or $5. It was low for Goodwill, and it was low for being Lululemon. Sold them for $21 and I made $18.90, so it was a pretty decent profit. I let them go pretty fast because they were a weird style. Then I sold this Adidas tank for $9, and afterwards I made $8.10. Then I sold this SIGEP Rush t-shirt. Like I said, buy fraternity and sorority shirts. Look at sorority and fraternity shirts and look up if it's actually a fraternity or sorority, or if it's like a business fraternity. Is it a professional fraternity? If it's a social fraternity where it's like it's a big branded fraternity or sorority, I'm telling you, your shirts will sell. So I sold this SIGEP t-shirt for $7 and made $8.10. That's not it. I sold this SIGEP t-shirt for $7 and I made $6.30. Then I sold this white pair of Converse. I sold these white Converse for $21 and made $18.50. I ended up getting a bad rating on these because she said they weren't as clean as they looked in the pictures, but they were the same. I literally took them off my shoe rack and put them in the bag. So I ended up getting a bad rating on those. I messaged her separately and asked her if she wanted to return them. I would gladly let her return them and refund her money after she rated me even. And she said no. She actually waited a week and then replied and said no. Sold this Michael Kors black t-shirt for $12, made $10.80. Then I sold another Cavs long sleeve for $12 and made $10.80. I feel like I'm rushing through this video, but it's been a long time. I'm sorry if this is rushed, but it's rushed. I'll admit it's rushed, so I apologize. The tee. Then I sold this Michigan pullover for $10 and made $9. Just want to say shout out to Caitlin because she bought the Michigan pullover. She's my girl. Her mercari will be down below, but she bought this Michigan pullover for me. Then I sold these Nike Pro leggings for $11 and I made $9.90. The buyer requested a return on this item, but it was weird. Mercari's weird. Every return request I've ever gotten except one has been buyer has requested a return, but we decided to give you both the funds. They don't even let me see what she said. They kind of just your buyer's requested a return, so I swiped open my phone and then it's we have given you your funds along with the buyer. So Mercari's return policy has been pretty dope to me. It's never screwed me over. If anyone's been screwed over, please let me know. She got her money back. She basically got them for free, but I got my coins, so I don't care. Then I sold these Adidas track pants for $15 and I made $13.50. Then I sold this vintage Miami hoodie for $7 and I made $6.30 on it. Then I sold these men's Nike joggers for $15. I made $13.50 off those. Then I sold this Delta Zeta, again a sorority shirt, long sleeve shirt. I sold it for $6, I made $5.40 on it. Then I sold this Nike Zip Up Kids. I sold it for $4 and made $3.60. This was before Mercari's rule became in effect. But I've had this for a while and thought it would do better, but it didn't. So I was like, take it. The girl's like, yeah, will you take 4? I'm like, please take it. I'll give it to you for free. Then I sold this girl's pink North Face coat for $12 and made $10.80 off of that. And then I sold this boy's gray puffer coat for $20 and I made $18. And then I sold this boy's Under Armour coat for $16 and made $14.40. I posted this coat and literally within 15 minutes it sold. And then I sold the cutest North Face reversible coat. It was teal, gray, and green. It was so cute. You'll see in the picture. I sold it for $13 and I made $11.70 on it. Then I sold the Cincinnati Reds t-shirt for $7 and made $6.30 on it. I went shoe crazy and bought a bunch of shoes, so I told myself I had to sell my own shoes, so here's some of my shoes that are coming out. So all these shoes are my own, complete profit, because I bought them a while ago. So I sold a pair of my maroon Converse. They were new. I've literally worn them to 2 Cavs games, maybe. But some girl offered me $20. I was like, I won't be stingy here. So I made $18 off of those. Then I sold a pair of my Roche Runs, which were beat up. I sold them for $5, and I made $4.50. And I got a good rating. She loved it. And then I sold another pair of my Nike Roche Runs that were gray, the same condition, awful. Also sold them for $5, made $4.50, but again, got another good rating. And then I sold a Reebok long sleeve shirt, which was $15, and I made $13.50. I was really surprised. I picked this shirt up at the thrift and listed it, and I think the next day someone bought it, right away, no haggling, they just kind of took one for the team and just bought it. And then I sold this Nike Golf Polo for $8, and I made $7.20. Then I sold this Lululemon black t-shirt for $25 and made $22.50. Then I sold this girl's reversible North Face coat for $12 and I made $10.80. This pair of Nike Free Runs, the Flynet, for $40 and made $36. They were $9 and they're 25% off. So you guys can do the math if you'd like. Then I sold this little boy's Lacoste polo for $8, made $7.20. Then I sold the snow pants bundle that I got with all the coats for $12 and made $10.80. I honestly just wanted to get rid of the snow pants. I listed them. Someone messaged me about bundling them. I'm like, girl, here you go. I threw in an extra pair. I'm like, I know it's not the size, but she'll grow into them next winter. Please take them. She took them. Then I sold this Nike long sleeve for $9 and made $8.10. Then I sold this Kids Columbia coat for $5 and made $4.50. Then I sold this Chaps plus size denim jacket for $10 and made $9. I bought it for me, but it's too dark wash. I didn't like it, so I sold it. Then I sold this Nike basketball t-shirt for $5 and made $4.50. Here it is again. I sold a Pi Kappa Psi t-shirt, another frat shirt. I sold it on a best offer for $5 because I paid $1 for it. Made $4.50. Then I sold this Polo Assassin coat for $8 and made $7.20. Then I sold this vintage Nike embroidered t-shirt for $7 and made $6.30. Last one, girls and boys, this one sold last night. I sold a polo coat for $10 and made $9. That's everything I sold on Mercari this month. I made $492.15 on Mercari after fees. Hey guys, it's Editing Sam. I made a royal and crucial mistake. While editing this video, I screen grabbed all my sales on Mercari and was adding them in, and there was about 5, 6, 7 of them that didn't get put in because I never mentioned them because I never wrote them on my sheet. Poshmark has all your sales in order, so if you go back to your sales, you could see them all. Mercari doesn't, so I left some things out. I have them all written down for us. I showed you the 2 Under Armour polos, but I didn't mention them or calculate them into the total. So I sold 2 more Under Armour polos for $11, made $9.90 on them, which is $19.80. I sold a Cleveland Indians shirt for $10 and made $9. I sold a men's polo zip up for $14 and made $12.60. I sold a girls North Face for $25 and made $22.50. I sold this Nike Elite t-shirt for $11 and made $9.90. I sold these Under Armour sweatpants for $12 and made $10.80. I sold this men's North Face for $5 and made $4.50. And then I sold this kids polo coat for $9 and made $8.10. So after all of those things that I forgot, that's $97.20. If you add the $97.20 to the $492.15, you end up with $589.35. Plus the $40 for my friends, you get $629.35. This month on Mercari, I actually made $629.35. I apologize for my mistake of not writing everything down and not making sure everything was written down. Back to the video. But like I said, I have another video coming soon. What I sold in July on Poshmark, which is the other half of my income, and we'll get the grand total, and we'll see it all. Sorry this is kind of lax and kind of just chill, but I just wanted to get a video up, you know? Thanks for coming back to my channel. If you like what you see, please feel free to press the subscribe button down below. I'll see you guys when I tell you what I sold on Poshmark. Bye. So pull me close.